She had nowhere to go. No family, no home, just the cold streets and an empty stomach. People walked past her like she didn't exist. But one woman stopped. She didn't ask questions. She didn't judge. She simply gave her food and said, "There's still hope." That small act of kindness changed everything. The homeless girl's name was Elena, and that moment became her reason to fight for a better life. She worked, studied, and pushed through every hardship. She refused to let her past define her. She became an attorney. Years passed. One day, Elena saw a familiar name. It was the woman who once fed her, the one who gave her hope. And now, she was about to lose her home. Elena couldn't let that happen. She found her, stood before her, and handed her the keys to a brand new house. Tears fell. "Why?" the woman asked, stunned. Elena smiled and said, "Because you gave me a reason to believe there was still a chance to live. And now it's my turn." Kindness always comes full circle. So if you have the chance to help someone today, do it. Because one day, that kindness will find its way back to you. Pass it on. You said, expand, and even make it motivating and crying. ChatGPT said, "From homeless to hope, the gift that came full circle." The streets were her home, the cold pavement her bed. She had nothing, no family, no shelter, no reason to believe that tomorrow would be any different from today. People walked past her as if she didn't exist. She saw pity in their eyes, disgust on their faces. But not a single hand reached out. Until one day someone did. A woman, just an ordinary woman, stopped. She didn't ask questions. She didn't judge. She simply handed her food and said, "Eat, child. There's still hope." That was all. No lectures, no conditions, just kindness. And in that moment, the homeless girl, Elena, felt something she hadn't felt in years. She felt seen. She felt human. That simple act of compassion became the turning point of her life. She didn't waste the chance. She fought for a future. She worked, studied, endured sleepless nights, and pushed through every hardship. She refused to let her past define her. She refused to believe that poverty was her destiny. Years later, she walked into a courtroom, not as a victim of her circumstances, but as an attorney. But just when she thought life had come full circle, fate had one more lesson in store for her. One day, while reviewing case files, a name caught her eye. It was the woman, the same woman who had fed her that night. And now, that same woman was about to lose her home. Elena's heart sank. The woman who had given her hope in her darkest moment was now on the verge of losing everything. Elena couldn't let that happen. She searched for her. When she finally found her, the woman's face had aged, but her warmth was still the same. Elena walked up to her, this time with something in her hands. Keys to a new house, a home, a safe place. For the woman who once gave her a reason to believe in life. Tears fell before a single word was spoken. "Why?" the woman asked, voice trembling. Elena smiled through her own tears. "Because once upon a time, you reminded me that life was still worth living. You gave me hope when I had none. And today it's my turn to remind you, kindness always finds its way back." They embraced, both crying, one out of gratitude, the other out of the overwhelming realization that one simple act of kindness can change a life forever. And so, dear reader, remember this. A small kindness today can become someone's miracle tomorrow. If you have the chance to help, to give, to uplift, do it. Because one day, that kindness will return to you in ways you never imagined. Pass it on.